We'll move on with our reviewer this morning to shed more light on some of the points raised on the national dailies. Chris Maduka, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ngozi. And good morning, the world. It's another day in Nigeria on Signature Morning, and we are going to review topic headlines coming agog on our newspaper of the today. So, fire on, Ngozi. Which one takes your interest?
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about Fubara.
Rivers crisis.
It's very common everywhere. Nothing will happen if Fubara is impeached.
The strong man talking tough.
I don't know who the strong man is, but I know that be strong is not a monopoly of anybody. And talking tough is not also a monopoly of anybody. And there are certain tough talks. You talk, you check you weigh the costs. Because if on the other side, people are saying they will defend Fubara with the last drop of their
donation.
Then somebody
is not just the Ijaw in Rivers State. They said Ijaw Nation.
And now for whatever, that's why I'm saying counting the cost. The Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Abuja of Nigeria, safely is a big man from all right. If he happens, he can even borrow a private jet with his family and all the accolades and move. There are people that are staying, even as we are talking about, he's not full-time in Port Harcourt or River State. He's not staying in Ikweleland. He's not staying in Port Harcourt. In as much as he has land all over, houses and property everywhere. My concern is talking tough from far distance, causing trouble for who? The young man is a video making round, went to the House of Assembly in fulfillment. I hope the Supreme Court is watching. So who is now not obeying the court orders?
Since he has gone to represent
you said go back as part of the conditions of the Supreme Court. He has gone back and he was locked out, the governor of a state. And somebody who has been a governor is saying that if he's impeached, and we know where the fire is coming from, and the federal government is watching. There are some statements that come out of the mouth of people in Nigeria. Federal government will sit down and compromise.
And the same federal government is saying, let Obasa be. It's all about interest, Chris. It's all about interest.
But this interest has to be watched. Even if you have interest, and you are at the federal government, we say federal government. It's not interest government.
For everybody.
It's government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Like the former government president of Nigeria said, I am for everybody and for nobody. People faulted the statement. People could not understand it. But if anybody would pick that statement and run with it, not just grabbing other things and run, grab right statements that can make a philosophical corporate statement for Nigeria and run with it is better for us. Because it all shows that is even the whole structure is faulted. If you are the federal government, you have a party. Every other thing is interest of your party, and then every other person can go to hell. That's what it means. I've not seen objectivity of the federal government when it comes to what's happening in Rivers State. And with all these statements coming from some parties involved in that case, and people are keeping quiet. That's one thing that we say. May God help us and help Nigeria so that these things do not degenerate into issues that Nigeria will now. We have so many issues to handle in Nigeria. At this point, this is not the time we should be thinking about these issues. Lagos State House of Assembly, River State Government and the House of Assembly, we have hunger and hardship in Nigeria. The federal government should, all this money they put in all these issues, as we are talking about all this, is money. For the whole entire House of Assembly to visit Tinubu in Abuja, in Asoro. And for all these things to be happening, money is exchanging hand. Then when you are using double barrel gun to harvest your plantain, who is losing? Is it not the same Nigeria? And we said these people are Federal Republic of Nigeria, President of Nigeria. People swear to oath, they do not. adhere to, and they come back and put interest. They should be swearing oath of Nigeria with party allegiance and the federal government, so that this oath, when people are dying, we know what is killing them. People think this oath they take is not effective. But I tell them that most of the problem we have in Nigeria is because the politicians take oath they don't stand for. So they find them speaking from both sides of their mouth. That's not madness, which is caused by the non-allegiance of the oath. The Nigerian politicians are becoming mad because the oath they've taken has got into their head and they're behaving anyhow. They are no more objective. They don't see issues from right perspective. They see it, if it's not from religious interest, it's from party interest, from tribal interest, and they'll go and sit at the center. All of them should return to their tribes. Let's run Nigeria as tribal night country. Everybody back to your roots. What are we? Or go back to your mosque or churches, or to your traditional worshiping places. Let's meet. Whenever we're meeting, everybody come in his gaps. And if you can't meet, let us go our different ways. Why are we deceiving ourselves for too long? And people are losing their lives. Some people are going to fight for Fubara. Some people are going to fight with each other side. I don't know which, because people keep saying weak. If a one man is fighting a whole state governor and people are watching, which one, so is I'm surprised. I heard you saying weak. I'm sure some other forces are behind whoever is fighting Fubara. Because when we're using Wike, it's simple to say Wike.
So he's not a figurehead, you think?
Whatever is fighting Fubara is represented by Wike. And it's not just him alone, from all indication. From all indication.
Okay, now, there's this other stories elsewhere about Peter Odele, the former
18
governor.
Years after, they now got in order to probe.
There's a link here.
Once you say anything that will benefit as a statesman that will bring peace, you become a target. That's where I see it. I can be wrong. 18 years after. If all the governors that have ruled Nigerian states for 18 years have been probed,
including the incumbent president,
for he was once a governor.
At the same time with all the
No, fine. So if they have gotten back to go back and probe all governors of 18 years, why singling out Odele? So that's why I say in objectivity, when you are doing anything, let nobody start reading this kind of thing I'm reading into it. Nigeria is a complex country. So when you are taking decision at the center, make sure you don't give room for people to read this, because once they start reading it, the whole thing will be messed up. No matter how good intention you have. That is, I read that because I know Odele is a statesman in Rivers who cannot stand and watch what is going on. He would have said, if we are in that position. Wike was one time a governor of Rivers State. If people who put him there or who he succeeded were fighting him, will he have ruled the Rivers State for 8 years and then got opportunity of moving higher to serve the nation as Federal Capital Territory? And here we are blowing tough, impeach, or do this, fire, do this. It's not good, and people are watching. And he cannot listen to anybody. Good luck. PDP, he said PDP can't do anything. Then we don't know which side he is. He is one-man banda. He is everywhere. He's talking tough, blowing. If you want to come and try, he will say he sent fire to your state. He has said it. If you come to River State, I will put fire in your own state. He has tried it. So he's a man that makes good his words, his threats. So
and
let's watch.
And nothing happens.
That means anybody, any bird you see dancing by the roadside, whatever is beating that, playing that music for him, is nearby. For frog does not run in the daytime for nothing. Again, any young man sent to steal by his parents, we see him breaking doors and windows with his legs.
He has a backup.
That is what I read in this. Let somebody else prove me wrong. And it's not good for this nation. It means you grow up powerful and grow above everybody. And then we speak, everybody will catch cold. God is watching. In the voice of our former First Lady, then, good luck.
God,
there is God, though. Well, that's all I can
wish
say.
we can still be on
Lagos Calabar Highway project,
exactly
wasteful and corrupt. Obasanjo is saying. He even saying that the coastal highway project, it falls 21 billion spent on vice president building and all.
He also pointed out that the president ignored protest against the amount of the coastal highway, falls the 21 billion.
And then that will tell you what has the federal government, who have they listened to?
Ever.
So you start wondering, which federal government of we? Federal government of Banana Republic? Federal government of Nigeria? Or federal government of another country? Or federal government of Asoro? If it's federal government of Nigeria with a population of 240 billion people, it's high time these people who sitting at that place will start looking at how the people feel about issues. And they have what they call stakeholder engagement in decision making. They feel too much. I say, once you remove flea from the body of dog and you don't show it to the dog, it will bite you. No matter how good intention the government politics might be, if the people are not carried along, there is an issue. So for Obasanjo to someone of courage, he's no more writing letter, he's talking boldly about this issue. Then I would advise that the federal government look at, of course they've already gone into the project and even implemented it, but he is crying like an old man he is, who cannot be at home and watch a goat deliver the ropes. He said, this is not good. Let people sweep it still under the ground. One day, they will remember that Obasanjo said, this is not too good. Yes.
All right, the squabbles in PDP is still on.
And the PDP squabbles goes on. The squabbles, as far as I'm concerned, let the PDP go on squabbling. You can only allow people to put squabble in your house. I think the PDP is overrated. It's quite recently I begin to see PDP as a party that is finished and gone into history. Because I have been sitting here praying for them for some, but I find that every move that I have taken in PDP is to finish them. So why should I be worried about it? I'm not a member of PDP. Let the PDP solve their problem. If they want, let them come. I don't have money, but I can as well offer them at least 50 liters of fuel from my life savings. Let them go and set their party headquarters ablaze. Let them begin to, because you find out that it's a meeting of strange bedfellows. All of them, all within the party, do not want the party alive. So why are they telling themselves lies and sitting there talking what? People destructive party. They are not talking about development. People, what they call it, what is in the name PDP? I've forgotten because it doesn't exist.
It is still People's Democratic.
Which democratic
people.
Of the people that are scattered in the state center cannot hope for them. In the federal level, they are in extinction. Somebody will stand and say nothing happens without me, and he's doing so many things, and they are there. The one will go to court and say I must be here. It's a clear case of mushroom kill your papa, mushroom kill your mama. You are holding mushroom in your hand. You are using mushroom for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What is the case of that person? Somebody you are curing of swollen stomach, and the person develop hernia. That person's
wahala no dey finish.
Is in the bush. They said, "Onya na gbibi on eto afo. Obaloba na ajo." It's just to take him to the evil forest. That's all that's in. So PDP, go ahead. The choice is up to you. There was one time you take. You were the center ruling Nigeria. Now that you have also come together, decided to finish yourself. Why am I crying for you? I should not cry for Argentina. Finish your party. Join other parties. After all, a lot of parties are opening their hands to welcome all of you. So, but instead of sitting there, say you are PDP, deceiving yourself, if you people can come together and take oath and say all of you are allegiance to PDP, then we can know. But some of you are talking PDP at night, another party in the evening, and you come there deceiving yourself. Bring, go to Anambra State, borrow one and there's a Divya. They come and take all of you through oaths and see how many of you that will survive.
Now, El-Rufai's move to SDP is also causing.
Well, why should it be? A woman selling beer in Imo State came, and somebody said, "Agnes Mamarima, Chioma Mamarima, Angozi Mamarima, Amo Mamarima." So somebody said he's a politician. He come here. He said he don't want him. He do this. He will take a move to where he is wanted. Somebody said, "I can only go and work and serve where my services are needed." So why are people talking about it if it's so insignificant? This is how, when everything happens, nature abhors vacuum. Nature and God find a way of trying to still remind you that you are here, breathing this air, and you have skin as human being. You cannot say something and stand on it, heaven shall not fall, and that kind of statement, and then everything rolls around you. There is God. And then it works and has a God that functions in the affairs of people he created. He has a way of solving this problem. We will watch how it's going to end. But some people can't sit anywhere, over sometime, and decree as a herald of those days, and nothing will happen, and we watch it. Nobody has taken a wicket to court and won. The sex workers in Lagos, in Abuja, they lost their battle. And that said, sex workers,
did they really
they went to court. You saw it, Abuja sex workers lost their legal battle over business rights. And the picture that appeared there in Blueprint was wicked. So wicked is everywhere. Yeah, wicked is everywhere. If you take it to court, you will lose. Even sex workers cannot win over wicked. So who else can?
They have to take their trade elsewhere. That's what
they are doing the trade because the people who are their patrons, where do they get patrons that pay high money? I'm not their business consultant, but I know there must be reason why.
You know some of their patrons, and those that can afford.
Because the way you're talking, I don't understand you. I know that you take your business where you have patrons of your business, and the sex workers in Abuja must have gone there because we have people who can afford them. Now they are fighting for them to have money to go to court.
It tells something.
Yeah, so
of what
that is it. God bless Nigeria. God bless you all, and as we continue on Signature Money.
Thank you very much, Chris, for your contribution this morning on the newspaper review segment. We shall return in a bit. Stay with us still.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.